Pika pika?
Yo, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Pika Pod, Pokemon's Prime podcast. I'm your co host, Morris Levy, aka Professor Leafy, joined with my lovely co host.
Hey, it's Jen. I'm sitting here with Morris's cat, all nice and happy and just purring on my lap.
So, Jen, what have you been up to this week? What's happening?
Oh, just working a lot. This is my third weekend in a row that I have 3 days off because work has been
Nice.
dead. We had a quote unquote snowstorm that was supposed to hit yesterday and it was a dud, and then we were supposed to have another quote unquote snowstorm
Mm-hmm.
overnight, and that was a dud.
Yup. And what we got now? Looks like a whole bunch of rain and freezing rain and some
Less than an inch of snow.
sleet. Well, that's not enough to satisfy anyone.
It still makes me unhappy. I don't like
Yeah,
snow and I don't like cold and I definitely don't like ice.
it's true. Yeah, it makes for awful driving conditions too. But yes, so what have you been playing?
Pocket.
Lots of,
Lots and
yep.
lots of pocket. I mean, the versus, solo versus matches, I've been doing a lot of those.
You've been doing ranked, or are you doing like the solo, right? Okay,
Yeah, the
yep.
solo. Just trying to
Okay,
get through them. Putting them on auto with the rental deck
okay.
and watching a movie or watching Mass Singer while that's going.
Yep, it's true. Not bad. No. Pull anything great out of the Shining Revelry yet, or
Oh my goodness.
mine have all been duds so far. I have two Wug Trio EXs and a Clodsire. Happy about that, but yeah.
You want to hear the story of my coworker and what he pulled?
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, sure.
So, Thursday, it went live Thursday on, 27th at like 2 a.m. So I walk into work, my coworker walk into work at like 11:30. I'm like, "Hey, Nick." I'm like, "Open any packs and pocket yet?" And he's like, "No, no, why?" And I'm like, "The new set hit." I'm like, "That trailer that I showed you, that's out today." And he's like, "No way." And I'm like, "Yup, way." So he goes, he gets ready for work and stuff like that. He sets himself up in the butcher area because he's one of our butchers. And he goes to open 10 packs because he had enough hourglasses to open 10 packs. Comes back to me in the prep kitchen and he's like, "I don't like this new set." He's like, "I didn't pull nothing but that weird wiggly tough." And I'm like, "Really? Really?" So I follow him back to the butcher area and he's like, "You know what? I'm going to prove it to you." He's like, he opens another 10 pack. In that other 10 pack, what does he pull? He pulls a full art Lucario shiny, pulls a
Dang.
full art shiny Charizard,
Yep, of course.
and then he's like, "Oh, well, this is awesome." Pulls a couple of the full arts, pulls another one of those creepy Wigglytuffs, and then he's like, "Okay, okay, okay." He's like, "That was just lucky." He's like, "That was just luck of the draw. Let me pull another." He's like, "I got enough gold. Let's do another 10 pack." He's like, "You got to stay here." It's like,
Jeez.
"If I pull something good again," he's like, "You're good luck." So he does another 10 pack, and in that he gets three EXs, like the Wug Trio EX, he gets the
Okay.
Charizard EX, and then he pulls the full art of the newest guy, the guy. Oh, Giratina. He pulls
Hey.
the full art Giratina that's beautiful and it's sparkly, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then, like, fifth pack in,
Hmm.
immersive Giratina, we're just standing there, like, watching it go. We're like, wow.
Oh yeah, it is super
This,
trippy.
oh, it is so trippy. And then he opens a couple other packs. He gets like two other EXs, and then he's done. And he's like, "I have no more gold left. I gotta." He's like, "I gotta build up my hourglasses."
Fair.
He's like, "But the next 10 pack I'm opening." He's like, "You have to stand right next to me, and I'm opening them again."
Of course. Good luck charm, I guess, now at this point.
So I walk away and I'm like, I'm gonna get great hits when I open this. I'm gonna wait till I get home because I have enough to open a 10-pack. I get home and the 10-pack was kind of a dud. I opened
Yeah, I think
that
I remember I watched. Yeah,
creepy Wigglytuff again.
of course.
I don't like it. I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's nightmare fuel. That's
It
for sure.
is.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Those eyes look at you and stuff. Like, I'm okay with some 3D model renderings, like the Detective Pikachu movie. That was a good one.
Yeah, some of them, Detective Pikachu creep
But
me out, but
something about this Wigglytuff is just nightmare fuel.
right into your soul.
Yep.
And then I have enough um time that I got 2 packs to open that I
Okay.
can open. So I open the 2 packs. In one I get the baby shiny Patirisu,
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
which I love. I love baby shinies.
Yeah.
Like, if you look in my folder of cards that I love, I have at least one of the baby shinies almost on every single page.
I did that for you. I know.
Morris found all the baby shinies of the Yampers for me. So, like,
Yep.
I have like 5 or 6 pages of Yampers, and in the middle is just baby shiny Yamper in the middle. And then I found the baby shiny Bolton, and
Yeah.
put that
Oh,
in.
definitely.
And so I get the Pachirisu, and then I open my other pack, and I get the full art shiny Lucario. And I'm
Really
like,
good.
all
Yep.
right, this set is going to be awesome. Open my 10-pack. All right, I got cards to help me complete my master set. Okay,
Sure.
but nothing great,
Nothing playable really, or
nothing
nothing. Yeah.
playable, nothing
Insane.
awesome.
Yep.
I've gotten a couple full arts. Like, I just got the Blitzel you saw this morning,
So, yep.
and I got another one that I forget that I got. But I haven't gotten any more of baby shinies. I haven't gotten any more of full arts.
Sure.
The Wonder Picks. Do you want to talk about the change of the Wonder Picks?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I know.
Because they
It's
annoy me.
it's either the best or the most frustrating thing now for sure. Because now we're clicking on it and then it unveils it slowly and it's like, oh crap. I have messed up big time.
It flips every single card before the card that you pick.
True, yeah. Or
So
I'll like go
you're
in order from left to right and just flip
so
them
I'm
over.
like, "Aw, you're kidding me." I prefer the other method because the
Yeah,
other method was more like, "Yes, I got it," or "No, I got
true, yeah, you
3."
know
And then
instantly, yeah,
it
instead of
flips all the other cards and you're like, "Oh, it was in the right left corner something, right bottom corner, and I clicked the right top corner."
oh, for sure. I know. I've been whiffing every single Wonder Pick since probably Time Space Smackdown. I remember the last good one I picked was like Gyarados EX, and that one must have been, gosh, Mysterious Island, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, Mythical Island?
Mythical Island? Yeah. It must have been that far back because I have been doing terribly. I know I went for the Garchomp and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick my usual spot top right.
Mm,
Nope, wasn't, like, and I had a bad feeling too. I'm like, all right, so if it was in the same spot again,
mhm.
I'm gonna pick the exact same spot as it was. I've been keeping a little notepad of where they are and where they're
Mhm.
located, and it has not helped me because either it'll leave it in the same spot or it's like, oh yeah, bottom left. Nah, not today. Yeah.
When the game came out,
Uh-huh.
we were told by someone at League that there was a method to the
Yep.
madness, there was a schedule, and if
It
you
did
knew
feel like
what
that though.
day,
Yeah.
and what corner, and if it was in the center or not, and if you followed that
Mhm.
method to the madness, I would say about 85-90% of the time you got
Yeah,
the one that you wanted. You got the EX, you got the full art, you got, you know, whichever one that you like, the big one of the Wonder Picks. And
true.
now it's just up in the air, whatever.
So you think like true randomness or something
Yeah,
instead of like
they
so
fixed the randomization,
okay.
which
So 1 in 5 or 20%, but
yeah.
it feels worse than that sometimes. Like
So
do you
now that we're used to the method of the madness,
Uh-huh.
Now it's all over the place. Now we're mad. Now it gets us mad. We
True.
don't like the randomization. Do not put the randomization. We just memorized all this. Now I gotta memorize something else or not memorize something
I
else.
don't know.
I
I
don't know.
mean, like, sometimes they weren't even moving at all. I'd be, like, flipping them over, and then they'd be in the exact same spot. I'm like, "Well, if I just picked that one, I would've got the card I wanted."
Oh yeah.
And that's more irritating almost, 'cause then you're punching yourself all day. It's like, "If I just picked the card I wanted."
It was just in the same spot as it was before they flipped it. Yeah, I know. It's frustrating.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is.
Especially when you spend like your gold and your
Oof.
hourglasses because you don't have enough saved up in your little heart area, so you
Yeah.
have to like quote unquote buy some more to be able to
Sure,
do
yeah, I
that.
know,
And
use
then
your
it's like,
tickets
all right,
or
I want that full art. I am spending 3 hearts on that full art. Nope. You get a
yeah.
regular like little guy.
It's true, yeah. "Oh, you got Weedle. Sorry. Thanks for playing." I know, if only. But are you a whale, Jen? Are you secretly a whale?
What do you mean?
Spending money in the game? Okay.
No.
Alright, yeah,
I
I know, good,
spend
yeah.
no money. I let everything pile up. I let everything, the hours go, and I let the hourglasses just I
Refresh and yeah.
refresh and all that. The only money that I spend is the monthly premium
Right,
of
yeah.
$9.99.
That feels okay, though, I know it does feel like good bang for buck because you get the extra 2 packs a day, and it feels like, you're getting something out of it for sure. Like, a little bit faster, you get the promo, you get some other goodies
Mhm.
sometimes, and it's alright, yeah, and we agreed it's okay to spend that kinda money, but, maybe not like, you know, $100 on creator content to open 100 packs in a row or something, you know?
If you wanna spend that much money, you better be filming it for YouTube or something
Yeah,
because they
true, I know.
definitely want to see what you pull and what you don't pull.
Yeah, oh, I know. It's true. I have not had that good of luck, though, as you heard. 2 Wug Trios and the Clodsire, woohoo! Gotta write home to mom about that one. Alright, so let's see. So today's Sunday, March 30th, and yesterday was the Full Grip Games post-rotation format with 160 players. I wanted to talk about this because it was kind of significant for going into our new post-rotation meta starting on April 11th after rotation hits, also coincidentally the same day as Atlanta Regionals. So we'll see some big shakeups there.
Mhm.
Full grips, top 8 with 160 players. We had Gardevoir, Goldengo, Raging Bolt, 4 boxes of Terabox, aka Towards Terabox, seen in the Champions League Fukuoka, and 1 Terabox with Evolutions. I'm pretty sure this was the Evolutions box with the Flareon and Sylveon package. So you charge up energy onto the Flareon, and then the Flareon is able to accelerate more energy onto the Sylveon and other attackers, kind of a counter box, or you can use the Angelite and devolve them if I remember. But anyways, the focus is EVs and getting that turn 1 boosted evolution with the EV from Surging Sparks.
I'm happy to see that someone is using all those EV Terras from Prismatic.
I know, that's true, yeah, instead of just binder collecting or something, but
Binder collecting, or I mean, I was reading them as we got some of them, and I
yeah,
was able to find some of them at like a local store.
sure.
They're pretty cards to look at. They got good attacks.
Definitely, yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. I know, I remember we pulled, like, Leafy on regular
Mm-hmm.
EX and nothing special, but hey, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
could be good in, like, a counter box because you have all sorts of options available to you.
Mm-hmm.
So the overall winner of the Full Grip Games post-rotation format was the Terra box. Probably a very similar list to Towards Champions League Fukuoka in Japan. Winning list with You have two Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, two uh, Teal Mask Ogerpon. You have a whole bunch of other kind of counterbox attackers, Terrapagos, Pikachu EX from Surging Sparks. A lot of different options and outs
Mhm.
to counter a lot of the meta or get around some walls, etc.
Would you call that a wall deck or would you call that a control deck?
No, no, it's more of a counter because so control you have more say of what they have to put into play or what they can play because you're either restacking their deck or discarding their cards.
Okay.
A wall deck, you have, common stuff like Noivern EX, Farigiraf EX. You
Mhm.
get Cornerstone Mask for blocking off abilities,
Okay.
and you got Mimikyu EX.
Okay.
In the next set, Destined Rivals, we'll see Crustle and Dwebble, both which block off all EX attackers too, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So even more walls coming into the meta.
Balls.
Yep. Walls are in, boxes out. Just all sorts of wall decks. Yep. All right, Jen. We got some interesting news on Tuesday with the Nintendo Direct trailer. About a was that 40-minute trailer or so. 40-minute Nintendo Direct. Not very exciting.
I didn't watch the whole thing, y'all. He literally fast forwarded this for me because I saw it after I got home from work. He's like, okay,
Yep.
yeah, he's like, let me wrap this all up for you in a nice little bow and just, okay, 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 okay. A lot of cozy games for Nintendo
This
coming
is
out. A
true.
lot of, um, games that were on one system and getting ported over to Nintendo for
True.
the Switch.
Yeah, I showed you that one PSP
Yeah, the Papillon.
Patapon.
Patapon. Mm.
Yeah, that Tomodachi Life
Mm,
sequel, which was originally on Wii, and it had like the Mii's in it.
that one was creepy, okay? I
Yeah,
don't
I know. I
I
don't think
I'm
that the
not a
trailer
big
probably
fan of
didn't
that.
do justice for it. It was not good. I know a lot of Animal Crossing spin-offs, more cozy games for sure. But
I still wanna buy the Hello Kitty, Island
oh, okay, yeah, I
adventure
know what you
and
mean. Yep,
play that myself,
it's on
but
Switch and Steam, so
oh,
like
I
you have
know,
options. I know.
I
Yeah,
know, it's just getting that time to do it. My thing is I I'll play games, I'll play video games, I'll play games on the phone. Obviously, I'm playing Pocket right now,
yeah.
but I have ADHD, so you have to keep my attention because
Okay,
once you can't keep my attention, once it gets boring to me,
sure,
I'll put it down and never pick it back up.
fair. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes Jen will tell me that it's a chore or it's becoming a job almost
Yeah,
in
I don't
video
like anything
games.
that's like a chore
Yeah.
or a job.
A lot of the times my games turn into chores for sure. Like gotta log in, gotta get the points, gotta go, pay Tom Nook, gotta like
Ugh.
harvest your trees and all sorts of stuff and
It gets repetitive, and
oh for sure. Yeah.
repetitiveness is just like, no. No, 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 no. I already have that enough in my real life. I don't need that in a video game form
I agree.
much.
Yeah, I agree. It gets like repetitive for sure. Is it exciting still if you're like making progress though? Like getting to some kind of goal?
Mm.
Maybe, like a lot of people really like other farming sims or,
Yeah.
like small cozy life games. I cannot think of a single one. Oh, Stardew Valley. Um,
I've
that's a
also
big
been
one. Yep.
interested in like the Disney one. Was
Oh, yeah,
thinking
I
of
know.
buying that.
Starlight something
Yep,
or other.
Starlight,
Yep.
something.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But I'm open world type.
Okay.
Log in every single day kind of turns me off.
I cannot do the open world. I know. I think Pokemon games have always been like very linear,
Mhm.
and that's why I like it a lot actually. Like even the quote open world in say Sword and Shield wasn't very open because you had like straight row. Like you couldn't just go like in the middle of nowhere. You had to like
Mhm.
go across the bridge or you couldn't like just fly everywhere like Scarlet and Violet sometimes now.
Mhm.
And even then, like you got like the DLC with Blueberry Academy, it's like a circle. It's like a literal square circle. Oh, circle.
Circle in the square.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, the map is still square, yeah. But, like, there are boundaries. You can't just go everywhere, and you can't
Yeah.
even fly everywhere either.
Well, I don't. I normally don't play the normal Pokemon games. I play
Sure,
Pokemon Dungeon. I play Pokemon Snap.
fair, yeah.
Mm,
Alternative
yeah,
games, yeah.
alternative. I want to be looking at the screen and just going, "Oh my gosh, so cute."
Fair. So, anyways, out of the Nintendo Direct, we got a new Legend ZA trailer, which unveiled two different things: a ranking system, which essentially, while you're playing through the game, you move from rank Z to rank A, and things get more difficult purportedly over time. New trainers will challenge you. They showed like there's the basement level, there's a ceiling, tower level or something, on top of the buildings. They showed night and day differences between like playing during the daytime versus playing at night. You'll encounter more people to battle.
Oh, no.
No?
This is the difference.
Okay.
So, daytime,
Yeah.
they have the wild areas,
Right.
which are inside the city.
Okay.
So, you can go in there and you can battle wild Pokemon or catch wild Pokemon.
Sure.
At night, those quote unquote wild areas, gated areas or whatever,
Yep.
turn into areas where you battle other trainers.
Okay.
It's only at night.
I don't know how
And
I
this
missed
is
that.
how you rank up
Sure. Okay.
is at night. So it's kind of like street racing where you don't street race during the day, you only street race at night.
Fair, yeah. I can see the analogy, I suppose. It's meant for the hoodlums coming out. So you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh.
The cops are asleep. We're gonna race tonight.
Yeah, I know. Officer Jenny went to bed hours ago. What are you talking about? They're all supposed to be inside the Pokemon Center sleeping and chilling out. Officer Jenny's all gone.
Growlithe has ears like a cat.
Yeah, right. Let's see. So we got some other exciting stuff for TCG. We got Journey Together officially released street date and worldwide on the 28th, this past Friday. We saw a lot of similar issues with distribution and product allocation.
Not as bad as the
Okay.
last one. Obviously, Prismatic was a mini set,
Sure,
and
yeah,
it
lots
was
lots of demand, not printed enough
it's
probably for the demand.
evolutions. People go crazy for the evolutions. Journey Together, I thought more people were going to go crazy for it, but a lot of people have backed off. I think it's because of the fact that all these places
Mhm.
have limits.
Sure. Yeah,
You
that's
you
true.
have limits. They had the whole thing where a couple of the local stores from us that are an hour or more away, like
Sure.
if you're a customer before the
Oh, that's right.
date
Yeah.
of a certain date, then you can get it for MSRP, but it's only today and tomorrow that you can do it. And there's a limit on top of that.
Right.
If you're a scalper, if you're not a customer before this date and you just came for the pre-release,
Sure.
you are going to pay twice the price and there's still a limit. Scalpers don't like limits.
Of course. Yeah, I know
They
exactly.
don't like when you match the price that they're going to try and sell it for.
Right. Yeah, which is like eBay or other, like
Mm.
commonly Facebook Marketplace prices, I guess, where
Yeah,
add on there $50 for a booster box, or like double MSRP for a Pokemon Center ETB because it's demanded,
yeah.
or whatever it is. It's like some of them are going like for $300 for a Pokemon Center ETB, and they're like nothing that special, really.
Well, there's also more and more people going, do not buy from scalpers, do not
Sure.
buy from rip and ships, do not, all that. So people are like, no, I'm not going to buy from you. I'm going to go to my local store and I'm going to support them and I'm going to, stand in line at Walmart that has a 2 box limit and everything's behind the customer service counter.
Definitely, yeah. I am thankful for that for sure. Like, I'm happy that GameStop finally put that limit in place for what, one per person, two per person or something, and no
Mhm.
more pre-orders. But like, again, too little, too late. The Pokemon Center,
Mm,
that was another thing we should talk about though too.
mm.
Pokemon Center online, like I couldn't even get in to get the Journey Together ETBs,
Oh, the
let
queue.
alone yeah, the queue system
The
now.
queue system.
Yeah,
Now that I know
exactly
a
for
little bit more about the queue
Destined
system,
Rivals. Yep.
yeah, the queue system is crazy. So the queue system, from what I've read and what I've heard, is you get your little email that says, "Hey, we have a pre-release for the Pokemon Center ETB and all the other stuff that's coming in this Destined Rival set." So you click on that, which puts you in the queue. All right, you sit in the queue for a couple hours, whatever. Anytime your computer goes to sleep,
Oh,
refreshes, you unplug it to go to something else. You change from your laptop to your phone. You get reset in the queue to a different number.
right.
You get pushed back.
Right, because it's either changing the way the connection is, or you're like changing your essentially your not even IP address really.
Yeah,
You're just changing your method of communication, which destabilizes that same connection.
yeah.
But that's still so awful. I remember I got the email and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to try out the queue system
Hmm.
for Destined Rivals, and probably by the time you check your email and you see it, it's all gone. There's no way. You know, there was what was the number? I want to say like 6 million devices or some stuff. Like
Yeah,
not even you can't even call it people anymore.
there was over like 6 million devices, and then apparently from what I've heard they oversold stuff
Right.
by like
Yep.
1.5 million or something.
That's crazy.
But they are going to announce another pre-release, another, so you
Oh,
can try
pre-order of yeah.
pre-order,
Yep.
so you can get back, and they're gonna try the queue again. I'm not
Yeah.
like, I am a fan of the queue because it helps with bots and stuff, but I'm not a fan of the queue because everybody, from what I've seen, everybody's gotten these emails for them at different times, so everybody entered the queue at different times. Some
Sure.
people that were sitting in the queue for 3, 4 hours got in, and then everything was sold out, and then some people that were sitting in the queue for 3 hours got in and were able to buy stuff.
See, and then like I saw the picture on of Reddit, I guess, where like some bot owner, I guess, was able to get like multiple orders placed within that time frame from like 10 to 1 p.m. or something. Like,
Well, then I hope that Pokemon goes through that and goes, "No,
yeah. I mean,
your orders are canceled."
to me,
No.
I don't think it's working still. Like they just have multiple bots, multiple different like connections set up,
Mhm.
and somehow like these bots or these owners of the bots know exactly when the product is gonna drop.
Mhm.
And it's so frustrating for average Joe Schmo
Mhm.
to try to get these. I I don't
Y'all, where are you getting the bots? Where are you getting the bots? Because like I would like the bots for grocery shop prices, so I
yeah,
know what place has bananas on
yeah, give
sale
me those
or
eggs.
egg. Yeah, eggs.
Yeah, give me
Eggs. Who
I
has
want
the
those
cheapest
eggs.
eggs? Can you buy me some cheap eggs? I just want 1 dozen.
Oh, anything under $4, I'll take it. That's fine, okay? $12, yeet. Hey, yeet those $12 eggs. I don't need those. Get out of here.
Reserve me a dozen eggs, then I'll send you on your little bot merry way.
All right. Love it. It's true. All right, let's see. So we had some fun stuff. PTCG Live. We got our early rotation as promised on Thursday, March 27th. We got some new access to the cards for testing for Journey Together format and the G regulation block onwards. So everything F block that was for 2023 2024 season rotated out now. And now we're on to 2025. We got the G block, H block, and I think I block should be the new beginning of the Journey Together format. With that, though, the live developers stated in a news update or otherwise that we cannot craft any, quote, over numbered cards, or aka secret rares, rainbow rares, hyper rares, um, any kind of like secret art rare or otherwise for 26 weeks.
Half a year.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's way too long. I feel like this is a big step in the wrong direction, almost backwards in a way.
Bring me back
Uh-huh.
the other system that people were using instead of live.
So,
Mm.
yes and no, I think. So, PTCGO, developed by Dire Wolf, great system, except for like the very first day that the cards go live.
Oh.
Only because you had to trade for them, and like people would want crazy amount of packs for them. So you'd like trade like, say Hopzashi and EX, like with
Mm.
the secret art rare or something. If you could
Mhm.
trade for that, that might be like 40 packs.
Okay.
So you're scanning in all those codes and you're trading them right away just so you can have it. And
Okay.
it felt almost more of a cash grab at that point because you had to
Okay.
buy the codes and then trade them away to some person who, I don't know, maybe they just get lucky and open them, or maybe they're just selling them online and say, okay, I'm gonna like sell these packs and you can have 100 packs for $20, whatever it might be. And like so, Live took away the need to actually buy the physical code cards,
Mhm.
but maybe they're trying to revert back to that. I'm not entirely sure. Like, it's not, to me, it's not selling product, like Live is all about helping the players and like learning the game and being able to play the game.
Mhm.
And it doesn't really feel like that's in the right direction anymore now.
Or maybe you should be like Tord and have the 26 alt accounts.
Apparently, yeah, I know. We can neither confirm nor deny that, I'm sure. Also against the terms of service and regulations of Pokemon, but we won't talk about that. That's all right.
He's got 20 different computers sitting in his office, 20 different
Oh
names.
boy, I know, yeah.
You could be playing against him like tonight and you wouldn't
Yeah,
even know.
I wouldn't even know for sure. There's no way. I mean, I definitely got destroyed by some people online, but I don't know if it was Tord or not. Like, it's just some kind of random name or some other gibberish name. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Or maybe he's got like 20 accounts from like hit all his friends. Like he just goes to his friend's house, one friend each night, and like plays live while he's hanging out with his friends under their accounts.
Man, I wish I had that many friends. I don't think I have that many friends. But yeah. Also, don't do that, kid. That's against the terms of service, I'm pretty sure, too. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Let's.
Let's talk about the Destined Rivals
Yeah,
reveals here of the new cards.
sure. All right. Yeah. So I know Pokey Beach and Antoine Boulay have been revealing them slowly as they come out on the Japanese websites or however else. Um, we got some sweet art rares of the Giovanni and the Meowth.
Mm-hmm.
We got, let's see. Oh,
Hey,
yeah, the Wobbuffet.
yeah, the Wobbuffet. Hey, Andrew Mahone, I know that you do not like that Giovanni with the Meowth because it's chibi form or whatever. I'm sorry, but I think it's adorable and it is so cute. Like, it totally shows the life of a regular cat. And yes, what Riley and JW say, it's an at-home Meowth.
Yeah, exactly.
He just chills at home and eats his food. And I mean, I don't even care if it's gonna be like a powerful card or not.
I mean, sometimes they're not though. Like we get cool art rares like the Titan or, like Crabominable with the food prep and stuff, like,
Mm,
they don't necessarily see any play, or they might not be very powerful, but, maybe someone will make it work
mm,
and it gets worked into some kind of deck, or just, nice binder collection. But,
mhm,
I don't want to say binder fodder at all, but
mhm.
it's not bad. Get some other stuff.
I do like the reveals of the trainers for Team Rocket. They're getting their own trainer cards. They're getting their own item cards that will work with other Rocket cards.
Fair. Yeah, I know that the Team Rockets meta archetype should be very powerful. We know we got the Mewtwo EX and the double, I don't know what to call it. Double psychic, double dark
Mm,
energy.
mhm,
It can represent both or one or another or both at the same time.
mhm.
Um so we don't know what kind of dark Pokemon that is, but we know we got the Mewtwo EX, which will definitely work with that whole archetype. Um, we got a Guzma card being reprinted only for the Team Rockets deck archetype, and we got some other pretty fun mechanics so far, but not enough has been revealed yet, essentially.
I mean, it it's the end. It's gonna be the end of this block for Sword and Shield.
Oh, we're already there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. So the megas are going to be part of the Z to A block for the new game
Yep.
because they're going to be in the new game.
Right, yeah, we almost know that already because the trailer even showed Mega Alakazam,
Hmm.
and we had a good feeling that, with the Pokemon that they have for first partner Pokemon, we know we could have, like Mega Emboar,
Hmm.
Mega Meganium, and Mega Feraligatr,
Hmm.
but like I think they even teased some other stuff. Oh, I remember they had the Mega symbol at the very end of the trailer
Oh, yeah.
originally during like Pokemon Day 2024,
Yeah.
which you almost guaranteed it was a shoe-in at that point.
Yeah. And I think with the end of this with Destined Rivals with Journey Together, all of these partner Pokemon cards, Team Rocket cards, I feel like they're going to get more people into the card game themselves because it gives them a structure of how to, what can go into a deck, what will work together, and what will not work together.
For sure. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to toy around with like Iono's Belly Bolt and Kilowattrel.
Mm,
Have not figured out end stuff really yet. I know some people have been making it work. Hops doesn't feel like it's by itself at all. Maybe
mm,
it works with like Archaludon. I've seen some lists from that from like the full group games 3K they had. And then, like Clefairy, I don't know, Lily's Clefairy feels like, one or two of or something with like
mhm,
Lily's Pearl, so you're not losing the prize race as fast against
mhm,
like dragon type Pokemon. But I don't think anyone's cracked the code yet. Like with the new trainers that we'll see in Destined Rivals,
mhm.
it feels
Oh,
like yeah,
I feel like there is going to be a learning curve, especially for people that play the card game all the time and build decks all the time. But I feel like it's going to be easier for people that are just getting into it and are trying to learn how to build decks.
sure, yeah, could be. I mean, it would make sense, or it's it feels very pieced together.
Hmm.
When I was actually trying it on live, believe it or not, I came up with 20 pretty much when I was putting them together. Because when you put in all the pieces of like Iono and all the pieces of, Hop or something, you just get to that like perfect ratio of like 20 Pokemon just by putting in all their cards. And it's like, that's weird, but okay.
Hmm.
And like none of the cards really feel like they work together with any other cards sometimes. Like maybe Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, Buddy Buddy Poffin,
Hmm.
but that's about it, really. Like there's not much else. You could play Zoc or something, but Iono, why not? I'll put four Iono in Iono's Belly Bolt.
Yeah.
Whatever, something like that. Um, with the new cards, we got was that Heatwave Arena, we got Ethan and Ho-Oh, we got Cynthia and Garchomp, name a name a more unseen duo than Cynthia and Garchomp. Marnie and Grimmsnarl, Marnie and Morpeko, Steven Stone and Metagross. We got Steven and Beldum, and we got Rocket's Mewtwo as feature with an old artwork card, but we know it's going to be the new Rocket's Mewtwo EX for sure. Should be really exciting. I think all of those will be pretty obvious when they put together all the tools and the combos that will stack together, especially with the Team Rockets one. It even gets a special energy too, so that'll be probably the top game of the meta, I think, if anything, the archetype.
Now, with the new art being revealed for Destined Rivals, one thing is some people are saying that these Team Rocket cards do not look mean enough. Do they look Team Rocket to you?
So I mean, it doesn't have the dark feature around them or something, or like a aura around them. I'm looking at the Team Rocket's Mewtwo right now, and he looks pretty menacing for sure. Really, really angry, really evil for sure.
Mhm.
A little Giovanni in the right hand corner as like the trainer icon.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, okay, you could say that Meowth isn't very menacing for sure, but
That's his at home meow.
right, yeah, exactly. He has work Meowth and he has at home Meowth.
And every bad guy has a soft spot for something.
Fair, yeah.
I would hope.
You could say, I know. It's true. Here, we'll do another one. Look, we got the Wobbuffet. There we go. Okay. So Team Rocket grunts look pretty annoyed by the Wobbuffet in the middle. You got Sneasel getting the rub. You got Drowsy, yeah, Drowsy doing something on the table over there.
It just reminds me a lot of the TV show. It just
Sure,
reminds me of the anime, and
that's what I would want for sure. Yeah, if anything.
it's one thing that I loved about the anime.
Yeah, almost. I remember Wobbuffet being like comic relief pretty much
Huh.
for the entirety of what, like Sun and Moon era,
Uh-huh.
and probably a little bit before that too. If
Mhm.
anything, like you can't have Team Rocket without a little bit of comedy every single episode, pretty much.
Mhm.
That's why they always do blasting off again. And let's see, we got the Ampharos, yeah, the Ampharos line, yeah, those look pretty good.
Mhm.
Little artwork there. You got what's that? Maxi? No, it looks like I don't even know. It looks like Maxi. And then you got the Team Rocket's Ampharos, which is a direct callback to the Dark Ampharos with the same exact ability, Darkest Impulse, as it's been translated.
Mm.
Does look pretty angry for sure. I wouldn't say it looks dark per se. So if you remember during Neo Genesis, Neo Revelations,
Mhm.
we had light Pokemon and dark Pokemon.
Yep. Mm.
And that's where it should have all come from because we had like, say like good purified Pokemon versus dark, like inhibited Pokemon, something
Mhm.
something that has chosen the side of Team Rocket or has been chosen by Team Rocket itself maybe. That's kind of where I see it going, like if we have like a light versus dark kind of deck archetype would be really fun
Mhm.
while we're filling in this void with waiting for ZA.
Yeah.
I know like they're kind of dragging their feet or like really just keep pushing back Legend ZA quite a bit at this point,
I mean, I'd rather them push it back and it come out like perfect with little to no bugs
for sure.
than what the company that does for Assassin's Creed.
Oh God, I know. Ubisoft, if you're listening to this, no shade, but slow it down. Slow down that machine.
I
It's
I
true.
I love Assassin's Creed games. I love the art of it, but if my horse gets stuck in a wall one more time.
Yeah, oh, I know. Uh, that Revolution game was just unplayable when it first came out. I regret buying that almost immediately. I could not believe it. It's like, all right, yeah, I'm waiting forward to this, Xbox 360. Can't wait. Let's go. And instantly just couldn't play it within the first hour.
He played it and then he put it down and he's like, nope, nope, nope. One of his best friends came over to hang out and
I
he
think we tried
was
it and did it again. Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, you got the new Assassin's Creed. No, let's play it." He couldn't get like a half an hour past it without anything happening that wouldn't allow him to go forward. And then all of a sudden the horse got stuck in the wall and then we couldn't get past that.
And you need your horse too, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the only mode of transportation or something
Yeah.
back in the 1700s when
Mhm.
it would have been a cool game. Just saying. Thanks, Ubisoft. So yes, I know. Instead of rolling out multiple updates after updates, I am
Mhm.
honestly very thankful for like having the patches and all the fixes right there before official release, before street date,
Mhm.
pushing it out like so fast that no one can actually prepare for all the bugs are
Mhm.
a critical issue for sure.
Because as you know, a lot of people that play Pokemon that have come up to us, they're like, "Hey, I finished the game in 22 hours. I played it
Yeah. Oh,
straight
I know.
for 2 days. I played it for 26 hours. I beat it." Like,
Cool for them. I know I can't do that myself. I cannot do marathon gaming anymore. Let alone stay awake for 24 hours. That's another story though. But I mean, like that just shows the stability of the game, if anything, and you know that it's a better quality
Mhm.
game essentially with that regards.
Yeah, that way they put out the game, they know it's good. That way they can focus on the DLC that can be come after the game has been out for like what, a month or 2 or 3 months
I think it was like 6 months, honestly, or more.
because they want you to
We've had,
continue to
yeah,
play the game.
I know, yeah, we've had the DLC out for a while now, but like the Teal Mask expansion and then the Blueberry Academy expansion were like almost a year later. It was
Mhm.
quite a while for sure. It's amazing how fast
Mhm.
time has flown with Scarlet and Violet. Um,
Oh, and people about Legend ZA, I know a lot of you were mad about that Cyndaquil is not in this new game.
yep,
If you want a Cyndaquil, play Legend Arceus.
it's true. Exactly. I know they
He's in there.
include Cyndaquil as the first partner Pokemon in Legends Arceus for that reason. I think the Legends games are, a type of spin-off for sure. They're not
Mhm,
they're not main canon. They're not main storyline. It's definitely an
mhm,
alternative way of playing Pokemon, I think.
mhm. But they all link together somehow
Oh,
at
for
some
sure.
point.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
We know Lumio City is the new one for ZA.
Yup. Mhm.
Hisui was supposed to be what one of the major regions.
Mhm.
Oh, Johto, right? Like
Yeah.
ancient Johto, right? Which pretty cool. I still love the story. It was a great game, amazingly made. That's for
Mhm.
sure. Um, I would encourage anyone to go back and play it pretty much at this point still. I didn't even finish the Pokédex, believe it or not. There's still a lot more to do, and then those unknown are hiding all over the place too. I have one box and it's like I can count them on my hand pretty much. J M, like question mark. I think I have them. There was one over the
I
train station.
watched you play Legends Arceus a lot because I remember
Okay.
sitting on the couch and like doing my little arts and crafts. And
Yep.
then you would be like, "Let's go into the wild area." Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Run, 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 run,
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. Exactly. It's pretty scary when you get like targeted by the Pokemon and you're poisoned and you see your health like going down. Like it looks like you're getting shot at by a first person shooter game. You get like the edges like black and red, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna die any second.
Run, 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 run,
So
run, run, run.
at least now in the game, I can like fly away with Braviary, Hisuian Braviary and stuff.
Mhm.
But sometimes that's not even enough to stop you. Like they'll still like hit you sometimes if you're not
I've
careful.
seen it.
It's scary, if anything. That game definitely gives you a sense of fear if I ever had one in, like, a Pokemon game for sure. Like, you're gonna get knocked down, you're gonna lose all your stuff, and it won't be returned for a few days, or ever maybe, who knows? Yeah.
And then we go to the newest game,
Scarlet and Violet, yep,
Scarlet and Violet,
uh-huh,
when you had the DLC with the mochi.
right, yeah,
Mochi, mochi,
Mochi,
mochi,
Mochi,
mochi.
Mochi. The Petra Run, like, arc ends that was so much fun, though, oh my
The
gosh.
story was great.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, the
for sure.
story definitely helped me link the cards and be like, oh, that's where Pheasandipity's
Yeah,
from.
all the
Oh, that's where the monkey's from.
sure, yeah,
That's okay. That's why they look so scary.
yeah. And anyone that really knows, Loyal 3 and, like, the Ogre Pawn, it's, uh, you know, like, it's part of the storyline now, and it's part of the main canon pretty much because now we have the cards, we have the ETB, we have, all sorts of, like, spin-off things now
Mm-hmm.
from the DLC, the Teal Mask.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. Oh, right, and that was part of the what was that? The extra storyline, like the end of story,
Yeah.
past the story. I know, you actually had to, like, go figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out for the longest time.
Oh, I know. You loaded up the game after work several times, and I'd be like, "You're in the same spot." You're like, "I know."
I'm trying to do something. Yeah, I know. You have to find, like, the professor, and then you have to, like, make sure you talk to them. You have to be in the crystal pool and go in the hidden little area and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of crazy actually.
He has the game loaded up on our TV. He's got his phone going next to him with like Austin John or someone else like doing a walkthrough. And it's like, where is that? I don't even have that near me.
Yeah. Oh,
And you
definitely.
watch another video and I see him just walking around and he's like, I still don't get it. And then he would shut it down for dinner and then try and pick it up later. And then the next day he would load it back up and I'm like, "You're still in the same spot." And he's like,
Gosh. All right, Jen. Would you like to do your sighing corner? The
"Sure."
the Psyduck sighing corner?
Sighing.
Sigh.
So, Psyduck Sighing Corner. You want to hear about these scalpers, people? I have
I do,
told.
I do, I do.
So people have told me that they like this and that I do call these scalpers out. And remember, people, scalper, no scalping. So, with this, one thing that I saw is there are some stores, I don't know if you've heard this,
Oh,
but there are some stores that these scalpers go into. And the store owner or the employee or whatever behind the counter
uh-huh.
test these scalpers. They give them questions that only a real Pokemon fan would
Okay.
know the answers to.
Oh man, that's
And
great.
then they say, okay, if you get this right, I will give this to you sealed. If you get this wrong, I'm breaking the seal,
Okay.
and then you can have it. Or if I'm going to give you 5 questions, I have 5 packs in my hand of
Uh-huh.
prismatic. Every one you get right, that's a pack for you. Every one you get wrong, I open the pack in front of you. And you don't get
I
it.
have to see this. Oh my gosh.
There is also a lot more people in stores calling these scalpers out. One was, I guess there was an employee at a Target
Okay.
that while he was at work, he would text his friends or call his friends
Sure.
while he was at work when he saw the restock happening.
Yup.
So,
Yup.
and then he would go to that area and he would block that area off because he was a bigger guy. So he would block that area off just so his friends would go over and grab the product.
Like, block off the whole aisle to himself or
Yeah,
something?
somehow, and then he would, like, walk them over, and he'd be like, "Oh, no, don't worry about the limit." He would have one friend pick up 2 things, another friend pick up 2 things, another friend pick up 2 things, and then they would go to the
Oh,
parking lot and give him all the stuff. Well, there was a
okay.
guy that walked into a Target at the time that this was happening, and he ends up picking up his phone and starting to record it
Yep.
and tell him, "Hey man, what are you doing? Hey, you're in a red vest. That you shouldn't be doing this. Scalp or no scalping. Stop it." He's like, "I'm recording you. You're selling this stuff. Stop selling this stuff." And they hate it when you call them out like that.
Well, of course, yeah, for sure. I know, so he's on the clock.
So he's on the clock, he has the vest on, he's having his friends buy stuff, so they start walking away, they start putting stuff back in random spots because they don't wanna be
Right.
caught with the stuff. His friends get embarrassed.
Sure. Try
Whatever, you're just buying to sell this stuff, I don't care.
just hide it around the store, I guess, or something.
And then my favorite story of the scalpers.
Uh-huh.
You showed me this video, and then I showed you the video, I guess I sent it back, I don't know.
I don't even remember anymore. Yeah.
The guy who walks in a Walmart and he sees the scalper in the
Oh,
shelf
yeah.
and he's pulling stuff out of the shelf and he just walks up and the scalper's not paying attention and the guy just grabs his cart
The whole car, yeah.
and just walks away with the cart.
He's digging on the shelf for more product and like throwing it in the cart, and then like he turns around finally and it's gone. And he looks up down the aisle, up the aisle, down the aisle.
The guy is recording it the whole time. He walks by the guy like 2 times, and
Uh,
he's just like, with the cart, da da da. The guy is looking around aimlessly, like, "Where'd my stuff go, man? Where'd my stuff go? I don't know where my stuff went." And the guy is just walking past, and he's like, "I got prismatic ETB, la 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 la."
no, but the amount he had in his hands, like, well, are you the scalper now, or like, are you the one taking the product, or is it just like you're trying to get back at the guy? And then
I
like,
think he was just trying to get back at the
yeah, I
guy.
know.
I would have took the cart and hit it somewhere really weird in the store, or I would have just pushed it up to the customer service desk
Sure.
and went, "Someone's trying to buy all of this."
Yeah. Just ask them to lock it up or something, or
Yeah,
like,
just lock it
yeah.
up, whatever.
Throw it in the middle of the clothing aisle, like no one ever looks there, It's just
No.
throw it in the clothing racks. Be gone. Let's see. Any parting words? Anything else you're thinking of,
You
Jen?
wanna give them an update on, Atlanta a little bit,
Yeah, I can do that.
or
Sure, why not? That's fine. Yep. So, as you may have heard, I am going to Atlanta. I'm gonna be staffing there for Saturday. Finally got the tickets, got my airplane tickets, got my bus tickets. Just need to get the train tickets from the airport to the hotel. Apparently, it's like a 30-minute ride, red and gold line to the Georgia, no, the George Washington Convention Center or something like that. I'm gonna be playing in a GLC tournament on Friday night. Should be fun. It's a max of 30 people. Again, thanks to Cardboard Warriors for hosting it at the Reverb Hotel by Hard Rock. Should be really fun.
we
Um,
just gotta get you a backpack or something to put all your stuff in because the tickets that we bought include carry-on,
right.
so
And carry on only, right? Unless you want to pay like extra $70 or something
yeah, something
stupid.
like
Yeah.
that.
I can make it fit. It'll be fine. I know.
So, and I bet it's gonna be way warmer down there than it is gonna be up here.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I saw people are always saying there's a high pollen count, lots of pollen, things are in full bloom already. Um 70s, 60, 68, 72 should be really nice.
So bring a pair of shorts,
Yeah, I know, probably.
maybe.
Yeah, I know. Maybe. I usually am on the cold side of anything, but like once I start moving around, I get so sweaty so quickly. A lot of people are saying, like bring like a undershirt, like a long sleeve undershirt so you can put under your polo, your judge polo or something. That could work. It'll be
Well, you
fine. I
don't
know.
know if
Yeah.
they're gonna be pumping the AC in that convention center like
Oh, I know. Yeah.
crazy or not.
This is supposed to be also the biggest regional ever compared to NAIC, the biggest one ever. It's like 3,500 people,
Because
3,800 people.
this is like the closest one on the eastern seaboard.
True. Yeah, I know. This
Pokemon, please put more regionals up in New England area, New York area, like even more in like Canada. I know you had two in Canada, you had one in Montreal.
I think, yeah, I know historically, yeah, we had Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver.
Okay, yeah, but that's
Put
not
put
close to, yeah.
put more in this area. Put more in the New England area, the New York area. I mean, I would even go to New Jersey.
Yeah, I would too, I know. There were regionals in Connecticut, New Jersey in the past. I would love to see something, like Northern Vermont, Montreal, Quebec, uh, you know, pretty much anywhere in New England.
I will even deal with Boston traffic and go into Boston.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. Worlds 2018 was Boston? No, 2016 was Boston?
I believe so.
But like it hasn't been back in New England since. It's been a very long time. We're very overdue for some attention,
Mhm.
TPCI. Please, 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 please consider hosting something in New England.
Mhm.
There is a large following. I would be happy for my locals. My locals would love it,
Mhm.
and I would be very grateful too.
Mhm.
And on that bombshell, on that wonderful note, you you think it's time to sign off, Jen?
Oh, I definitely think it's time to sign off. You guys have a great day, great night. Enjoy your weekends.
Yes, definitely. I know with warmer weather coming, should be very
Mm.
happy.
If you're down south or somewhere warm, can you push a little warm weather this way, please?
Yep, I'll bring it back for you. I know, right from Atlanta, with the hot Atlanta vibes all the way back to New England. All right.
Bye bye.